Good morning, everybody. Welcome to an unprofessional makeup tutorial. I am Caroline Baudino. I am a mom. I'm 51, and I believe getting dressed, putting your makeup on, looking fabulous is medicine for the soul. For me, you guys, this is never a judgment. This is never to make you feel uncomfortable or feel less than or feel like you're not good enough just the way you are. This is all about tapping into that best version of you. You know, that one that's smiling, the one that's positive, the one that's happy, you know, the one that's feeling good in her own skin. Sorry, the dogs are playing in the background. So, you know, this is just real life, just so you guys know. Real life here, shit show and all, okay? So this is just a real mom having to make time for herself, having to make time no matter what is going on to do something that makes me feel good. And for me, when I walk past that mirror, what I see affects how I feel and then what I go out and do with it. So for me, when I look good, I actually feel good. I feel more confident. I feel more motivated. I have a pep in my step. You know, I'm kind of ready for anything. If you think about it, I don't think any NFL team shows up to practice or to a game in their pajamas looking like a wreck. Usually you wake up, you prep, you get ready. You need to be mentally ready, physically ready. You know what I mean? So there is something to it, you guys. I know for me, when I look like shit, I feel like shit, and I usually don't do shit. That's the reality, and that's the truth. So as a mom, especially being 51 years old, it is hard sometimes to find time for yourself. And I realized that I had to make it a priority. 4 years ago, I decided to commit to myself to get up every single day, to get dressed every single day, to make an effort every single day, and to tap into that best version of me every single day. And for me, it is taking the time to listen to my favorite music, put on some of my favorite makeup, you know, just feel ready, feel prepped, and have that mental time to remind myself that I'm strong, that I'm smart, that I'm beautiful, that I'm capable, and that I can do hard things. And taking this time for myself is not selfish. It is mandatory for me. It is survival for me. This is my lifeline, because at the end of the day, when I feel good, that trickles down to the entire family. And at the end of the day, you guys, your kids want to see you happy. I think your husband does want to see you happy. And if they don't, then that's a whole nother discussion. But the truth is, you know what I mean? You taking time for yourself to be the best version of yourself should never be a sacrifice to anybody else. Like, they should want that for you, right? You should, I know my kids, they're happy when they see me smiling, when they see me positive, and when they see me looking fabulous. I know they appreciate it. So at the end of the day, the only person that's coming to save you is that reflection in the mirror. So when you look in the mirror, you better like what you see. You know what I mean? So let's get started, you guys. I'm going to show you my makeup techniques. This is what I do every single day. I am no professional. This is just what works for me. I've been doing my makeup every day since high school, and it's just quick, it's easy, and with practice, you can do anything. I want to remind you, keeping it simple. And I talk about that a lot because I think it's super important. When you overcomplicate things, you give up easier. You know, if you can't accomplish it, you can't check it off the list, you kind of feel like shit. You kind of go into this downward spiral. You go into that negative headspace and you feel like you can't do it. And then you make excuses to not do it, right? If you keep it simple, like any task, anything that's either just doing it for 5 minutes, just walking around the block, no one's asking you to run a marathon, and this, just doing little bits, put a t-shirt and jeans on. It doesn't have to be a whole huge, you know, styled outfit. It's just about getting out of your pajamas, getting out of that morning headspace, and kind of getting you ready for the day. So for me, keep it simple. This is all really easy. You can do this at home, and the more you practice, the easier it will be. All right, so let's get started. I love supporting women in business. I love supporting moms in business, moms betting on themselves. Nothing makes me happier than moms finding their purpose and their passion, okay? So here we go. Let's get started. First product I use every single day is Honor MD. My best friend Ursula, her husband's a plastic surgeon. When she got pregnant and had Sage, her first baby, she really wanted to honor her skin inside out. So she came up with these 4 products. It's called Honor MD. It is fabulous. I've been using it for 4 years. I'm somebody who's highly allergic. I'm very sensitive to fragrances, to parabens, to anything. So whatever I'm using, trust me when I say it's clean, because if not, I would have a horrible reaction. So to get started, Honor MD, this is the Tropical Mist. I use this. It's just an incredible spray. I use it every morning. I use it to refresh my makeup, you know, at night if I'm going to go out and I don't have time to shower and do it all again. You know, you never put makeup on dry face. Like you want to be slightly moisturized when you're putting makeup on. So I use that. I kind of let it sit. It's really cool. It's refreshing. It kind of wakes you up, kind of like that cold splash of water. That's what it feels like, that refresh. Then I use the hyaluronic acid. It's called Genetically Blessed. So I take 1 dropper, right? Again, put that all over. And this helps with the fine lines, helps with melasma, dark spots, the freckles, everything. It tingled, kind of burns a little bit. I love it. I use that every day. Then I use it vitamin C. You can, whatever vitamin C you want to get, just try to get a pure vitamin C. I got mine on Amazon. I just think it's super calming for the skin. Again, somewhat refreshing. Then I've been obsessed with face oils. I just love serums. I just think it's so, I'm obsessed with moisturizing, especially as you're aging, you guys, and you're hitting menopause and those wrinkles start forming. You know, moisture is good for you. With that dry skin just makes you look older, makes you look, makeup look cracked. So that moisture really helps. So I love a good oil, makes you look really glowy. I've been obsessed with Biography New York. Again, woman owned. I'm a New Yorker born and raised, so I love supporting, and it's fabulous. This is the Glow. And then I also have the Longjune, both. As you can see, I use it. I never ever lie. I show you everything because I really use it. So I'm going to use the Glow. I use probably half a dropper. And look at this, you guys. Look at that moisture and that glow. Oh, feels so good, especially if you're in cold weather or if you've been in the sun. It's really good to moisturize your skin. Last but not least, I use Monica Blunder, my bestie. Again, started her company at 53 years old, so it's never too late. Professional makeup artist, and she came out with an incredible makeup line and all these incredible products, and I love her moisturizer. It's super light. It's not heavy, it's not thick, but you still feel moisturized, if that makes sense. Doesn't feel cakey. And neither does her makeup, which is amazing. Okay, let's get started. I always get the neck and ears and the back of your hands. Don't forget, this ages you, this ages you. Just so also when you're doing your makeup, remember you want your neck to match. Okay, let's get started. So we're gonna start with Monica Blunder, her undercover, her foundation and undercover, under eye cover. It is fabulous, you guys. She color matched my skin perfectly. I'm more of an olive skin. I kind of look yellow when I'm not tan. I actually look better tan, believe it or not. Or at least that's what I like to tell myself. You know, Cuban Venezuelan, we like the sun. So she matched me perfectly to 4.25. When I'm not tan, that is just kind of like my perfect shade. So let me show you. It comes in this gorgeous glass pot. It has lasted me forever. This is my new one because I use it so much. And then I love using her brush, which is her slanted brush. It won awards already in Allure. It's fabulous, you guys. So I literally just tap, tap, tap. And I'm gonna just kind of just go over the skin nice and light, just to kind of start that coverage. And this isn't about, what I love about this is that it doesn't cover you, again, where it makes you cakey or not look natural or like your own skin. What I like is that you still see this, the semblance of like little freckles, you know, your real skin. And I think that's really important because Monica especially is all about natural. Just perfect coverage, you guys. Nice and like, even if you just wanted to use this with a little bronzer, and look at that. Covers without not looking like yourself. So I'm going to do the neck real quick too, just to get that base all nice and even. If you hear licking, that is the dog drinking water. You guys, just keeping it real, right? Us moms got to keep it real. We got to just fit it in wherever we can. Even in chaos, we still take time. So that is it. So that's the 4.25, just that beginning of coverage, nice and easy. And I like to kind of mix and match stuff, you guys. I like kind of blending things for that perfect kind of tanned skin. So I'm going to use a little bit of the Flawless Filter by Charlotte Tilbury. Just a little bit extra coverage here. So I'm just going to give that little bit of extra Flawless. And you don't have to do this. Monica's has enough coverage. I just really like that kind of tan feel. And that really smooth. My skin's been really uneven for whatever reason. My freckles are beyond right now because I don't have a tan. So like everything is out. So I like this little bit of the Flawless. It gives you that really smooth finish, kind of, see how it's a kind of glowy. Now from there, I use Fancy Face. So Fancy Face is a Canadian brand. Brittany's amazing. You guys, the girls over there are fabulous. They're professional makeup artists. They're all about, you know, feeling fancy and that everybody should feel fancy. So they do great tutorials. They do makeup for weddings and all that stuff. So they're a great follow and they have an incredible line, you guys. So I use their BB cream in this kind of darker medium tone. So it gives you that little bit of a tan when I don't have a tan. Kind of has that bronzed feel, as you can see. And I put that all over. So it kind of gives you that tan feel. And again, you guys, these are some extra steps just because you want to find the perfect color for you. You know what I mean? Not everything works for everyone. So you got to do what looks good on you, what feels comfortable to you. Some people don't like as much makeup, so feel free to just use a little cover up and, you know, a little foundation, a little bronzer, some mascara, and some little bit of lip gloss, and you will look fabulous too. And trust me, there is something, I can promise you, I always ask people this, like if you walk into a store and you see somebody you know, whether it's from high school, whether it's that girl, that mom, that ex-boyfriend, if you have to go like this and hide out, you know what I mean? If you're like, oh my God, shit, what does that say? Okay, so you're feeling insecure. So that means you don't feel fabulous, all natural. You know what I mean? That means you're lying. That means if you felt fabulous just like that, you would walk right up, no issue, to anybody and be like, hey, what's up? What's going on? But we want to look good when we bump into people, when we see people. So what is that look? What is looking good to you? And I'm talking about doing that every day. So you never have to feel uncomfortable bumping into anybody, right? It's never an issue. You're always ready. That's how I feel. I've got that nice kind of tan base. Love that. All right, let's start working on the eyes. I am going to do a kind of a light pink today, you guys. So feel free in the comments to give me, you know, ideas that you want. If there's any topics you want to talk about, if there's any kind of makeup looks you want to try, any different kind of eye colors you want to try, feel free. I'm happy to try anything. I'm going to go kind of for a light pink today. I'm going to today use the Naked by Urban Decay. It has a nice lot of like kind of pinks, and I love these kind of tones. And I'm going to start with this. So I always start, I use all the Fancy Face brushes because they're easy. They're coming out with actually a smaller set because their big set is a little bit on the pricier side, but you're getting every single brush you could possibly imagine. Plus all the brushes tell you exactly what they're for, which I think is amazing. So I always start off with like a white or a cream, this color, just to kind of get that base nice and bright, especially the eye socket to be nice and bright. Okay, that's it. Okay, so I like to keep things, again, super simple steps, or else you're not doing it. So then I'm gonna go in with the pink shade right here. And I'm gonna just do the lid. Just for a little bit of pop. And then the bigger pop is gonna be in the liner because I'm gonna kind of use the Charlotte Tilbury, a little bit of a sparkle pink. And if you guys, if your eyes tear a lot, just so you know, if you get a lot of, that means you're probably having a slight allergy. You know, eyeshadows that have the glitter in it, or the sparkle, those have mica in it. And basically 1 out of 5 people are allergic to mica and you don't even know it. So basically if your eyes are always kind of tearing from the corners or the eyes, you know what I mean? If you're kind of, it's most likely an allergic reaction to that. So usually using matte eyeshadows will help you with that. It's the sparkly ones that give you that allergy. Okay, learned that the hard way. See, it's like a nice pop of pink. It's not too crazy, but it gives you a nice pop. Okay, so now I'm gonna go in with the eyeliner. So I'm gonna take the Fancy Face. I'm gonna go in with this pot. Look at this, you guys. It's like a little glitter pink. Okay, there we go. It's a really light pop. And it's so cool, you guys. Look at this. So it's very light. So it doesn't look like you have anything on, but it has a little bit of that pop of glitter. So I literally just follow the lash line all the way across. You could use this as your eyeshadow too if you just want like a nice glittery kind of pink for the beach, or if you're on vacation, so you don't want to wear too much eye stuff, but you just want a little pop. This is great. Okay. Blend it in. Okay, now I'm going to go in with a little bit of the darker pink just to make that eyeshadow pop a little bit. Go in with this darker pink here. There we go. There we go, just to give it that little bit of a cat eye feel. There we go. And you don't need to do this. I just like that little bit of cat eye and a little bit of darkness underneath. Like, again, that smoky eye is my favorite. Kind of just go over the glitter with a little bit of a darker palette. So you still see the glitter underneath, but you can kind of have that smoky eye effect. Now we're going to go in with number one. I'm going to always put a little highlighter right in there just because I like the pop in the corner of the eye, because this is an area that can be very dark. This is also Charlotte Tilbury, has a two, you know, it has like a eyeliner and a highlighter, which is amazing. Okay, so for eyebrows, I use Fancy Face. It's their tinted brow gel. I personally love it. It's a 2-for-1. You kind of get to color them in and brush them up all in one. Remember to get in there, get under the hair so that the color kind of takes. And you just brush up and go all the way across. Okay, so then I'll use my little eyebrow brush. I'll brush it up and then scoop the excess. Brush it up, scoop the excess. Done. I always think it's worth coloring them in, guys, because this contours your face also. And then I'm going to go ahead and use mascara. So one great one is one of these, you guys. I use this all the time, the Double Extend by L'Oreal. It has like two-sided, so it kind of gives you that for elongating your lashes, that little bit of serum you need. See, as you can see the white, how long they get. Let that dry. Now on the other side, you have the mascara, which is awesome. If you cut, again, it's a 2-for-1. And then go to the other side. And for a natural look too, guys, you don't have to do the bottom lashes. You could always just do the top lashes and leave the bottom lashes without any mascara, and that looks even more natural. But I like that smoky eye, so I'll go underneath. Super easy, simple. Now, I'm gonna do really quick cheeks. I'm gonna use Fancy Face. I love cream blushes. I think they last the best. I think they sit the best. And I take their blush brush, I just tap, and then I go one right on the cheekbone and up. Remember, always brush up like this. If you're gonna blend, go up. We always wanna be lifting the face. And then I get the nose, so it kind of just looks sun-kissed. If you put a little bit too much, just keep blending. And we're gonna add a little bronzer over it. It'll tone it down, and a little powder, so we're good. Okay, there we go. Now I'm gonna quickly clean up under the eye. I'm gonna use Perk Up by Fancy Face. It is like a whiteout for your eyes. It's unbelievable, you guys. This is like I love this under eye for like that pop. Go across. I'll do a little bit here and a little bit here to keep highlighting this area a little bit. Here we go, this one. I'm gonna just clean up in here. See that pop? Makes it nice and bright under the eye. Under side, get nice and clean. Gives you that little bit of pop. Okay, last but not least, I'm gonna add a little contour at the end. I'm gonna use Fancy Face little contour stick, and I usually go to the top of the cheekbone, like right here. You kind of create right there. See how it gets that contour right there? And then kind of go around the forehead a little bit. All the way around. Get the neck. Okay, and then lips. Last but not least, I use Monica Blunder lip tint. I use it in the Fruling. It is like a nice super nude color. So it's like a little tint, but super natural. It has hyaluronic acid in it, kind of plumps your lips up. I have one in every bag. I love it. There's a clear, they have like a red tint, kind of like a orangey, you know, like kind of fun for the summer, peachy tint. So she has so many options. They're fabulous, you guys. So that is it. Makeup is done. Okay. You can add, if you want, a little bit of highlighter. I'll show you how I would add a little highlighter. I would literally just have like a Charlotte Tilbury. I would maybe just do like a dot there and a dot there. Just tap, 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 and see how you get that little bit of glow right there. Right there above the cheekbone. A little bit on the nose. Done. Okay, all done, guys. So this is it. So I'm ready. I feel good. This is how I feel like my best self. This took me about 15, 20 minutes. You know, the faster you do it, I mean, the more often you do it, the faster you get at it. And again, you can just start slow, start some simple steps, and then you keep adding on. But I promise you, you will never regret making an effort for yourself. You will never regret looking fabulous. I know I never have. And personally to me, you know, when I look good, I feel good and I do good. And that is just a motto that I choose to live by. And it has helped me tremendously, especially in the second half of life, kind of feel like my best self every single day. And it is possible, and I'm rooting for you, and I just never want you to give up on you. We don't let go, we don't give up, we get up. So I love you guys. Have a wonderful day. I hope this helps. Please leave in the comments if there's any looks you want to see or any topics you want to discuss. I am open to any suggestions. Thank you for all the love and support. I really, really do appreciate it. Have a fabulous day. Get up, get dressed. Let's do this. Mwah.